Okay.
This is real educational stuff right
Cool.
now. So, do you want to introduce yourself or shall I?
I'm Lucy.
And I'm Romeo.
So we run a property sourcing company in Bedford. But one thing we've realised, we don't just want to be any other deal sourcer.
No, we don't want to be every Joe Schmo out there. We've seen the deal sourcers out there. We've seen the way they package deals. It can be quite scammy, tacky. They do all of the emojis when they do deal breakdowns. They put the little pen and paper analytical scripture emoji,
graph emoji,
the little money signs. And I think from day dot, we both started out by sending out not boring deal breakdowns, but just black and white, just context,
actual numbers. None of these emojis, no dressing up. This is the property that we offer, and that's it.
I think we both, from early on, even in our estate agency career, all of these acronyms, all of these little micro analogy, short terminologies of words, like we used to take the mick because it's never been for us. All of the kind of BRRRRRR, all of the
really
BMV and all of that stuff is, I get it. There's ways of shortening things and time is of the essence, but for us,
we're human.
We want to, in a world now full of copy and paste people and, you know, everyone's so samey, we want to
be different.
Stick to, authenticity. I don't know if that sounds cliche, but just be original. And we've never fallen for any of these kind of like trends.
Yeah.
These trends, we never have.
And it was a big thing even in a estate agency. So I worked in a estate agency about 5-6 years. You worked in it about 2 years. And even they are the exact same. So when you've got a valuation, it's a val. Going to a val today. And
just valuation.
Yeah.
Why? It's like they want to be a part of something and it makes them feel so safe.
Yeah.
To say that exact word in that exact way. But without going off on one, I think we wanted to introduce ourselves and we wanted to
introduce a new chapter.
Yeah, and we wanted to make our content raw and kind of uncut, unfiltered, and we wanted to, you know, talk about where we are in the business, because a lot of businesses on YouTube, they kind of sell this facade of, I went from 0 to 100 million, and maybe some of these guys have, and that's fantastic if they have, but
it's not everyone's journey.
It's not everyone's journey, and I think me and Lucy like to try and separate ourselves, like I've just said, from all of the other guys that are so copy and paste. And for us, it's very important that we showed the beginning of our journey, and we only left our jobs 8-9 months ago. More? Less?
Yeah, I think about 7 months ago.
There we go. 7 months ago.
We've built this deal sourcing business, and we love what we do. But
we don't want to be known as just deal sourcers, because deal sourcers, like estate agents, are becoming quite demonized because they can be quite...
like you said, scammy.
Quite scammy, and we want to be known as more of like a property acquisition company where we actually have evidence and proof of how we help people build their portfolios, whether that's, from one property onto your second, or your 20th onto your 25th, and whatever that looks like. And I think we want to do it in a way where we're not the same as everybody else. We don't want to oversell deals that actually don't stack up, and deals, people dress things up. Everyone's quite good at dressing things up nowadays, and it's easy to do so because at our fingertips we've got so many different ways of accessing so much BS.
Yeah.
And it's not who we are. It's never been who we are either, right?
No,
so
we just don't relate to it. I think there's a whole world out there of now. You've got AI, you've got all of these things that you can just make up and pretend along the way, and we just want to be real people talking to real people.
Yeah. So this channel isn't about we've done 20 deals a month this week and we've bagged X amount of money. It's more or less about...
I mean, we might get there, you never know, but...
It's more or less about watch us grow from nothing to something, you know?
Yeah.
Do you feel that way as well?
I do.
Yeah.
I think, obviously, we've made deals. We've done great deals.
And we've lost deals.
We have lost deals.
We've lost deals. We've lost deals we've tried to salvage. We've both had disagreements on things we thought would be good deals and not good deals. And that's another kind of, not conflict, but you have to imagine. So Lucy's got 10x more experience in the property industry than I have. I was quite new into the industry before I quickly realised this is the avenue I wanted to go down. But
you've got a very good mind for knowing things, and you see things before they happen. So we trust each other.
Yeah, we do trust each other.
But I think this is about us now building this new phase of an acquisitions company where we deal with property. We still help investors, but it's a lot more exclusive, a lot more tailored, and a lot more trustworthy, really.
Yeah, and you guys get to see like what goes on behind the scenes and what we actually do to, you know, bring value to you as an investor rather than kind of just saying, this is what we do. You get to see all of the ins and outs, because we do spend days on end going out and leafleting properties and knocking doors, and we get a hell of a lot of no's, and you know, we get a lot of setbacks and rejections. And you know, that one we went to the other day, it was like a hoarder's house.
Oh man.
And we pulled up and I said, Lucy, I need to let her that house, and she was like, that's just a garage. And that was because it was so overgrown by foliage and trees.
All you could see was the most rundown cars you've ever seen in your life. There was probably, 3 cars that look like they haven't been driven since Jurassic Park.
I don't even think they had them in Jurassic Park.
I know. And yeah, it was so overgrown. You could not see a house there.
But somebody answered the door. I knocked. And the young man answered the door. And I asked the question, would you ever consider selling? And he said no. I asked why. He says, I'm not interested. And that's fine. And that's a lot of what we have. And sometimes you can't push people. You can't make up their mind for them.
No.
But what this is this is going to be an insight to you, the viewer, to see what we do, how resourceful we are, how we conduct ourselves, how we engage with the customer.
How much work we do and put into every single deal. You're going to see the wins, the losses.
Ups, downs, lows, highs, smiles and frowns. And also what sets me and you fundamentally apart from other deal sources. Sorry, the dog and cat are fighting. Other deal sources and other estate agents, because obviously we're very different. We're not estate agents. We were estate agents, but estate agents aren't equipped for the avenue and journey we want to go down.
Yeah.
So for us, this is putting ourselves out there, you know, without any kind of enhancers or filters or
croppings,
lies.
Yeah.
This is literally us starting our business from scratch, and just documenting the journey. Rebranding, yeah, because we do eventually want to steer away from being known as deal sourcers. We also want to be developers. So it's also in our best interest to make sure that we formulate and strategize and build a company and build a community worth being a part of, where people do see the value in what we provide. Do you agree?
Absolutely. I really, really do. I think it's going to be something that we show over time and allow you to see everything that goes into what we are building. And we're hoping to kind of release and launch this acquisitions company within the next, I would say, 60 to 90 days. We're putting all of our time into, like you said, obviously lettering houses, but we're at the same time we're building a database of properties. We've got follow-up systems in place to keep up with every single property so that we don't miss out on any deals, because someone who says no today might say yes in the next 6 months. You don't know people's situations, but being in contact and having a database of these properties that are perfect for investors gives us first opportunity to give them to you.
And I think it'll be nice and interesting for the audience and the viewers to see that it's not a walk in the park. Not every day is glamorous, and a lot of deal sources try to become quite influential or influencers. And I think for us, it'd be nice for you guys to see that we actually challenge each other. So if there's something that I don't think is right for the business or vice versa, we're not scared to say it. And I think it's nice for you guys to see the contrast in how we ultimately decide what we take on our books, what we don't. Because again, not every property is for us. And in the beginning, we would become quite excited and we would take on properties where the numbers didn't really, they didn't do the math, they didn't add up, they weren't investor friendly, they weren't appealing, they weren't attractive, they might have
been close, but they just weren't quite there.
They weren't quite there. We spent countless days, weeks trying to manage the expectation of a seller to try and make it more appealing to an investor. And
sometimes it worked, most times it didn't.
But you know, quite a well-known saying is time is the biggest commodity. And we've quickly realised that since we've left our jobs, we no longer have the safety net of a 9 to 5, a monthly income. So it all really comes down to how far we're willing to go, how many no's we're willing to take. If we're willing to take no's, how far do we push, and how far will people bend? And the only way you really find that out is by pushing back on people and objection handling and
just doing it
and getting out there. And it's not easy, and we don't want to portray easy. We want to portray real day-to-day life objections and struggles and things we go through. And
I think it shows the investor what time we're saving them. Because every investor wants an incredible deal, but it's not easy to get. And that's the reason that we're here, is because we put the time in to find these properties, but we are also showing other people who want to build a business from scratch, maybe from something, that, it's not going to be a walk in the park. And I hope that we can show our investors that we're trustworthy, and everything that we do to find these properties for you. And I hope we can give some inspiration to people who want to build a business from scratch.
Agreed. And I think we want everyone to have that kind of feeling as well, that watches from home, that you feel like you're getting to know us without knowing us. So as we kind of document this journey, and as we kind of go through this transitional phase into a new part of our business, you, the viewer, gets to really understand us on a deeper level, on a kind of interpersonal level. You get to see how we deal with business, like I said, how we interact with every day-to-day customer, and you get to decide if we're a good fit for you potentially. You get to see, like I said, how resourceful we are, how far we're willing to go for the business. And I think not enough content nowadays, or not enough business owners put themselves out there in that kind of vulnerable light. It's too shiny now, it's too
polished.
People hire cars, people hire fancy offices.
I mean, they hire fake private jets, like everything.
People do, and you know, look, I'm not knocking anybody because I'm not in a position. People in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, and I'm not putting someone else down to lift myself up. This is the complete opposite. This is me and Lucy saying, look, we're at a very base level here. We have an abundance of knowledge. We have a credible amount of experience in our industries, Lucy more than me. And this is a combined couple here that are putting all of their knowledge, a wealth of knowledge, into a very niche industry where we can give back. And of course, like any business, when people say, I don't do it for the money, so do the charity pay for your rent or your mortgage? Everybody needs to earn money. Everybody needs to eat. Everybody needs to build an empire for their children or their family or something. But the main thing is if you're lucky enough in life to fall in love with your craft, is if you're lucky enough to actually have passion that ignites you, that when you wake up tired and demotivated and undisciplined and the odds aren't in your favor, is that you wake up hungry enough and still passionate enough to operate in a business. And that is what keeps you going. That's what keeps the wheels turning constantly, because if you work, the business will work. That's one thing, but also you have to get to a point where there is passion, because without that, the flame just dies, right?
Exactly. It's not the money that gets you through the hard days, the dark times, or anything like that. It's the love of what you do and the dream of where you're going to get to.
Yeah, and also who you're in crime with. Who's your partner? Who's your partner in crime? You know, who are you with? Because if you've got someone by your side that doesn't support you, and I can tell you now, like, it's the hardest thing to not be where you want to be in life, and if you haven't got someone by your side that doesn't root for you, doesn't cheerlead for you, then you're kind of on a one-man band. Where it's, if you've got your partner next to you that really supports and foresees all of the kind of times ahead and still sees your vision, then that's the most important thing. And that's what we're trying to say, is that we have that vision, we have that empathy for other people.
Yeah.
We have that care, we're family people, we're morally, what's the word I'm looking for here? We're morally...
I mean, we're in touch, aren't we?
Yeah, we're in touch, and we
care.
Yeah, we care, and I think those are important things. Those are lost traits.
Yeah.
Now they're traits that are so hard to find, and
people are very self-absorbed with their own time, as most people should be.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
get that.
It's not a bad thing. People's time is their commodity. Things aren't easy for anyone right now. So it's natural to be that way. But I think for us, when we're in business especially, we really do have that human touch where it's not just...
It's on a personal level.
Yeah.
It's from experience. It's because we're both shaped and you know, the way we've both been shaped is from our experiences with our parents, and good and bad things, and the way that we've been raised. And I think that has an impact on how you interact with other humans, even if that is in business. It's important for us that we treat everybody with the same respect, the same time, and it's for us, it's really important.
Yeah.
And I think
we want to know our investors, and we want our investors to know us, because knowing someone is trusting them. And yeah, essentially, I think that's just what we want to focus on. That's what we want to get out there, is get to know us and watch us build this new side of our company from scratch.
Yeah.
And enjoy the journey. Comment on it. Tell us what you think. And
yeah, be real as well. Like, obviously we welcome all kinds of criticism, and we want people to critique us, and we want advice from people. You know, whether you're kind of fresh into this industry or whether you're, you know, miles ahead of us, we want people to say, look, I recommend this, I recommend that, or don't do this, do that. And we can discuss these things on this channel, and we can break it down, and we can kind of analyze it. And I think that's the beauty of life, Liz. Look, you don't have to have it all figured out. What would be exciting if you had it all figured out? There would be no destination, would there? There'd be no end goal. So
excitement.
Yeah, no excitement. And I think it's a beautiful thing, but only very few get to experience that kind of tightrope in life. You know, when you choose to walk that very tricky journey of trying to be an entrepreneur, a business owner, trying to change other people's lives through business, through, you know, professional communication, acquisitions, whatever it is, to be able to do that, it's very turbulent, it's very up and down. And Lucy's now looking up at something. What's caught your eye? Oh, the cat.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is like a kind of introduction of who we are, where we're from, I guess, where we're coming from, what kind of service we want to provide, what kind of content we want to put out there, what kind of engagement we want to have with our viewers. I don't know if there's anything you wanted to say about any kind of examples of how resourceful we are, what we do on a day-to-day basis.
So I think that's something that we actually want to show.
Yeah,
and
agreed.
Evidence throughout this channel is we are going to be uploading everything that we do, from literally driving around searching for properties, from building our database of properties, following up, phone calls we have with people, finding the base of everything we're going to get our properties from.
Yeah.
So whether that's social media, whether that's lettering people, whether it's whatever it is, we're going to show everything.
And
on
how
this
we
channel.
beat estate agents to the punch, how
Yeah.
we get in the doors, which some we lose, some we get, how and why are we unique enough, and what is it that you and I do that enables us to acquire off-market, below-market value properties before an estate agent gets in there. Why is someone going to come to us? We're going to show you why.
Yeah.
Is what we're gonna
There's
do.
no good sitting here and telling you. We're going to show you, and that's what this channel is going to be all about, is building this, showing examples, and watch along and
Agreed.
And grow your trust. But also give us a call. Have a chat with us.
Yeah, have a chat. We're nice people.
Promise.
Without further ado,
Yeah.
it's Romeo and Lucy. It's been a pleasure speaking to the camera.
Yeah. Subscribe.
And
follow
like,
along.
subscribe, and keep an eye out for more content.